Sports news. This is on Saturday. CBS Sports. Top 10 defensive players in NFL history. According to Jeff Kerr, number 1, Reggie White. I don't know about this. I feel like Lawrence Taylor, in my opinion, is number 1. 3-time defensive player of the year. And the only defensive player to win the MVP. In my opinion, I think he should be number 1. Number 2, Lawrence Taylor. Like I said, he should be number 1. I would put Reggie White personally at number 2. Number 3, Ray Lewis. I agree with that. I think he's honestly one of the best of all time. Number 4, Deion Sanders. Definitely does make sense. And one of the best corners in the NFL of all time. Number 5, Aaron Donald. In my opinion, I think he's I think he should maybe even another number 3. I think he's better overall than Aaron. I think Aaron Donald's better than Ray Lewis. Has 3 defensive player of the years, and you really can't say that he's not better right now. And he has a Super Bowl. I feel like that kind of put him as close to Ray Lewis. I think he might be better than him overall. But what do you think? Number 6, Deacon Jones. I agree with that. I think 6 is a good one. Number 7, Dick Butkus. Great Chicago Bear player. Great linebacker overall. Number 8, Bruce Smith. In my opinion, I think he should be at least top 5 somewhere in there. Number 9, Rod Woodson. Very good on this list. And number 10, Ronnie Lott. Definitely deserves to be on this list. This is honestly a very good list. And I wouldn't take anyone off. And overall, just a very accurate list of what the NFL best defensive players. I'll be interested to see what an offensive player one would look like. A lot of running backs, a lot of wide receivers, a lot of quarterbacks on that one. NBA ESPN, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Marcus Smart. First trio to have each 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the finals since 1984. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and Michael Cooper. That's very impressive overall. Chargers Dean Spanos sued by his sister. Let's see. Dean Spanos was sued by his sister, who alleges misogynistic comments and repeated breaches of fiduciary duty, and is requesting his removal, co-trustee. This is honestly interesting. What do you think about this? And are the Chargers in trouble? Overall, could this turn into a bad situation for them? And really, will he be forced to sell the team or whatever that's going to happen? And then the NBA Finals today. Great performance by Steph Curry. He had 43 points, and they got the win. He had actually 1 point less than Brown and Tatum combined. He had 43 and 14 of 26 from field goal, while Brown and Tatum had 44 and 17 of 42. Jayson Tatum really needs to step up. Offensively, he's really been struggling. He really hasn't been playing that good overall. And I feel like that's the main thing that's really been making him not win these games. Final score is 107 Warriors to 97 Celtics. Great overall game. And Steph Curry really just took over the game. He was really the difference maker. I think I want more scoring productions from Jordan Poole personally. He really hasn't seemed to be into the game really. I feel like he needs to get the rim more. And I feel like his threes haven't been falling as frequently. But overall, what do you think? Marcus Smart had 18 points. Great performance from him. Jayson Tatum had 23. Not that good of field goal percentage at all. Honestly, overall, great entertaining game to watch. And Draymond Green, he really had more points than fouls again. But what do you think? All-time leaders, NBA Finals, total steals. Number 1, Magic Johnson. No surprise there. 102. Number 2, LeBron James, 93. Number 3, Scottie Pippen, 67. Number 4, Kobe Bryant, 65. Larry Bird at 5, 63. Number 6, Michael Jordan at 62. Number 7, Michael Cooper, 59. And Draymond Green, 56 at number 8. And number 9, Dwayne Wade, 53. And number 10, Steph Curry, 51. Honestly, it's going to be very hard to catch up Magic Johnson. It's going to honestly take a long time. This is Adam Ray. Given his upside, he could actually take this 49ers team to another level. On Trey Lance and the 49ers. What do you think about this? And do you think he's going to take him to another level? Because my opinion, when I hear that, it will definitely be Super Bowl or bust next season for the Niners overall. I think that will probably be their expectations. Because they were in the NFC Championship game against the Rams. So he at least has to do the same thing Jimmy Garoppolo did. This will be his first starting season. So it's definitely going to be difficult overall to get that done though. This is CBS Sports. Top 10 best seasons by QB ever by a QB. Number 1, Dan Marino, 1984, 5,884. Honestly, a great season. And his total touchdowns was 48 that year. Then you have number 2, Peyton Manning, 5,477 and 56 total touchdowns. In my opinion, I think that should be number 1. Or the Brady season when he had somewhere around that many touchdowns, but he's at number 3. Number 3, Tom Brady, 2007, 52 total touchdowns, 4,860 yards. Kurt Warner, number 4, 4,353 passing yards, 42 yards. Number 5, Joe Montana, 1989, 3,521 yards, with total touchdowns 29. Very impressive. Number 6, Stevie O, 1994, 3,969. Very impressive number with 42 total touchdowns. Number 7, Brett Favre, 1996, 3,899 with 41 total touchdowns. Peyton Manning, 5,000. Patrick Mahomes at number 8, 5,097, 52 total touchdowns. Honestly, I didn't know he had that many total touchdowns that year. Great overall year for him and his MVP year. Number 9, Lamar Jackson, 3,127 with 43 total touchdowns. Probably the best year of his career. A lot of people are hating on Lamar Jackson, calling him a running back and all this other stuff when he has one of the best statistical seasons for a QB ever. You really can't downcredit that. And number 10, Aaron Rodgers, 2020, 4,299 yards, 51 total touchdowns. Career overall year from him as well. And let's see, this is what Davante Adams had to say. This ESPN, NFL. As far as talent and ability, it's really similar if I'm keeping it real. Davante Adams is comparing Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. This is definitely not true, and they're definitely not similar at all. He said talent and ability. Their talent and ability isn't really even close. Aaron Rodgers was a back-to-back MVP, and Derek Carr, I don't think, has made an All-Pro one time. So, it's really not even that close at all. And it doesn't matter in my opinion. Kenny Atkinson has agreed to a 4-year deal to become the Charlotte Hornets' new head coach. Sources tell Adrian Wojnarowski. Hopefully he can have a good season next season, because, in my opinion, I feel like the Hornets are really... Their head coach probably was just the problem. LaMelo Ball, they have a very good talented team. Miles Bridges, I feel like it's just been coaching over the years that really has hindered them the most. This is Shaquille O'Neal on his Lakers team beating the Warriors team via the Frank Tinado podcast. We would have let Steph Curry drive the basket. I would have laid his little ass out a couple times, period. 2001 Lakers versus 2017-2018 Warriors would honestly be a great series. I think it's going to go 7 games, but overall, I think you would have to give it the Lakers. You have Shaq and Kobe on the same team. And Kobe at the time. Honestly, would be insane. Again, I feel like no one on them could really stop him. And Kobe's defense, let's be real, he probably would have guarded Steph in this series. So, I think Steph's not going to have that good of a series. I think the Lakers are going to win 6 or 7 games. Errol Helene on, would the 3-peat Lakers beat the MJ Bulls in the both teams' primes? A, of course, yes, easily. Shaquille O'Neal. Honestly, I agree with that as well. And I think they probably would. I think it would be a very, very good overall series, but I think the prime Bulls, 95-96, would probably lose to the 2017 and 18 Warriors. I think that probably happened. And I think the Lakers would probably beat both teams, but overall, what's your opinion on this, though? Honestly, some great Marvel news. Marvel's Thunderbolts movie in development. Jake Shearer to direct. This could honestly be a great movie to watch. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really happy to see it happening in development. Duke Nukem movie in the works from Cobra Kai creators. I can't wait for that movie. So maybe pretty good. Cobra Kai was honestly a great movie, great TV show. The Boys renewed for season 4 by Amazon. Very graphic new season. If you've seen it, you know. You obviously know how violent it is and graphic usually. Literally in the new season, there's something to do with a guy who can shriek to an atom. I don't want to say it, but he pretty much goes into... I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to bring it up. Overall, have you seen the new season of Stranger Things? One of the best seasons on... One of the best shows on TV right now. I've seen some rumors maybe that they're not going to make a season until... maybe like 2 years, but honestly, in my opinion, I think that would be a bad decision. I think it will probably lose a lot of traction. I think it somewhat lost some traction, not coming out like it hasn't been out since 2019 to 2022. But overall, I think going another hiatus won't be that good. Hopefully, they make another season next year. And there's supposed to be some time jump, which I don't know how that would really work. Oldest players with 40+ points in the NBA Finals. You have Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Steph Curry. This is GOAT x GOAT x GOAT, which Steph really is tuned in this finals. And he knows that if he wins the finals MVP and a finals, which he's probably going to win finals MVP if they do win, that he's probably going to be a top 10 player of all time. This is Mary B. I think this is Draymond Green's mom. Please, people, stop asking me what's wrong with Dre. I don't know. Maybe this is a clone. Where's the Draymond that helped us get it here? I've never seen this either. What? His mom's really hating on him. Seems like she doesn't even know who he is right now. She said he's a clone. She overall, and people in the comments, bro's own mom is cooking him. It be your own blood. Now that's messed up anytime you OG step in. It be your own mom. That's honestly sad. LMFAO, his own mom. I mean, he didn't score a lot, but his stats weren't bad. If we're talking about 9 assists, 8 boards, 4 steals, he definitely was a big contributor to the win. Not his mom, bro. What do you think about that? Honestly, if my mom said something like that, it'd be kind of weird. Overall, she's kind of hating on him. And what do you think? What would your reaction be to that? Best NFL free agents still available. This is Bleacher Report right here. Robert Gronkowski, tight end. That would be honestly a great pickup for any team. Odell Beckham Jr. wide receivers still available. Would be a great pickup as well for any team. Trey Flowers, edge, Lions. Will be a good pickup. I feel like the Lions should re-sign him though. Will Fuller, wide receiver. Hopefully the Dolphins can re-sign him. I feel like him, Waddle, and Tyreek Hill will definitely be a good tandem. But J.C. Treader, center for the Browns. I don't know too much about the Browns, J.C. Treader, but the Browns do have a notoriously good offensive line, so he's definitely probably going to be very good for them. Or it was good for them, and you should not let him leave. Jurassic World Dominion. Rotten Tomatoes score franchise worst. Currently sitting at 37% rating. That's honestly kind of concerning in my opinion that they're at 37%. I would have seen it would have been better. But that's the thing about some movies. Some people were saying the Doctor Strange movie was all about cameos. That movie's literally just about cameos. The new Jurassic World. It's probably, in my opinion, it's probably not that good a movie and relies too much on nostalgia of the other people really coming back to be in this movie. But what do you think? CBS Sports by decade. This is quarterbacks. 2020s, you have Tom Brady. Of course, he's going to be the 2020s, but I think it's kind of premature in my opinion, just because 2020s is over, all the other years are over. 2010s, Tom Brady, makes sense. He really ruled those years, had the most Super Bowls in those years. 2000s, Peyton Manning, great years from him, multiple MVPs. In 1990s, you have Brett Favre. Those were probably one of his best years in the 90s. 1980s, Joe Montana, really ruled the 90s. Had a lot of MVPs, saw a lot of Super Bowls. 1970s, Terry Bradshaw. Had the most Super Bowls before Tom Brady. And it's a great list overall. I think the 70s, some people might argue someone else, but I think Terry Bradshaw's the best overall option and probably the best thing. Sports Illustrated, this is the worst idea in the world to have two people do the Super Bowl. Jennifer Lopez on her halftime show with Shakira. Honestly, people, when they saw this, they're pretty much hating on J-Lo, which in my opinion, I don't know. What do you think about this? And do you think what do you think about this? I agree, Shakira is all we need. Shakira was the only good part about it anyways. Shakira carried. Pretty much people were hating on J-Lo because she said this, but she really brought it on herself, and I feel like she's kind of trying to low-key trying to sneak this Shakira in this, but what do you think? Do you think she's being real? ESPN College Football and College Football Game Day. Football's football. I was running from the SEC. I was running to USC. I don't know why you try to make it rhyme there. It's kind of stupid, but do you think he was running away from the SEC? I don't really know why he would. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Overall, like, they probably just had a better offer, and would you take it or not? Like, I probably would. USC was probably paying a lot more money for them. Probably seemed like a better position. Maybe he had more. And then Caleb Williams actually transferred to USC as well. That's the only other part that would really add a lot of thing. And overall, what's your opinion on the sports news this week? And what do you think? Ohtani, 101.0 miles per hour, K, and then 104.4, sorry, miles per hour home run. That's honestly insane and very impressive.